Hello, and welcome to part 2 of our book, Handbook of Social Media Marketing, the 5 Principles of Online and Social Network Interactivity. This is the second part of the book. In the second part of the book, we're going to look at the 5 key principles of social interactivity marketing. So the discussion in this section will focus on the principles. We're going to focus on the critical issues relevant to planning, managing, and implementing both the online and the social media interactive marketing programs. The 5 principles that we're going to go through is number 1, ascertain realistic and meaningful social media goals. Number 2, influence and mobilize with social media selectively for the right customers. That implies the target marketing that we've been talking about, focusing on behaviors. Number 3, engage with the relevant interactive strategy. Number 4, adopt the best implementation approach. And number 5, monitor continuously. Monitor the right metrics. So what is principle 1? The first principle is related to the issue of setting the right online and social media goals and making social interactivity marketing relevant. So chapter 4 will investigate and discuss how to set realistic goals. It'll discuss how to build meaningful online and social media goals. It'll do this based upon the diagnostic audit that the website and social media sites has completed, as well as on the user interaction context. The focus on chapter 4 will be on how to perform this audit of the website and social media sites. When we complete, what we're hoping is that there'll be an understanding of how search marketing works today. So how do both organic search work and paid search work? The second part is we want to create a relevant search marketing material. Let's continue to principle number 2. The second key principle that we're going to be looking at is to influence and mobilize social media selectively. So chapter 5 will focus on understanding the individual and groups online and social media preferences, as well as behavioral patterns. So chapter 5 will discuss how to create various personas. It'll discuss the way the intended audience searches for your organization's products and services. And it'll discuss the nature of customer interactions with the organization's online website and the social media sites. So the assessment process of the customer's organic, or if you will, free. So the assessment process of the customer's organic and paid search behaviors outlined. In chapter 5, we'll also discuss customer responses to search engine optimization, customers' response to e-advertising, and the role of word of mouth. The issue of matching the right social media with the right customer is highlighted. We'll finish our discussion in chapter 5 by looking at various categorizations of social media. How should we group the various social media? Hopefully you're going to see there are many platforms and different ways to structure looking at social media. It isn't as simple as just are you using Facebook or LinkedIn. There are hundreds and hundreds of different social media elements we have to look at. And we want to understand categorization so that we can have a good view for insight development. Now, principle number 3. Principle 3, the third principle, deals with how to make customer engagement with the right strategy in the relevant context for set goals. Engage, strategy, goals. So chapter 6 begins by defining and then exploring social media marketing. Social media marketing is a new and growing area requiring your attention. In chapter 6, the tactic of link building using blogs to develop authority for the website is described. Further, tools and concepts such as article marketing to develop interest in the website and social media pages are detailed. In chapter 6, we'll explore various methods to engage and promote the organization's programs. Link building, user interaction, video creation, etc. are key components of the interactivity strategy. Further, targeted advertisements and targeted emails can be used by the organization. Chapter 6 then concludes by looking at how to match relevant interactive marketing with customers. As we continue on, we want to look at Principle 4. Principle 4, or the fourth principle, is to ensure implementation for getting results. So Chapter 7 will focus on the various steps and tasks required to implement the social interactive marketing program. The social interactivity marketing program has common tasks to be completed, regardless of your implementation strategy, be it development, enhancement, or enrichment. So chapter 7, this chapter describes how common tasks to be performed for successful implementation of the social media strategy and plans will be developed. So as we move further, our last point, the fifth key principle, involves monitoring the right metrics. And again, it's got to be right because we're shifting from demographic to behavioral. We're shifting from reporting on common things and moving into how we can segment based on groups and online networks. Then how do we continually improve? So Chapter 8 will explore the various analytics methods and tools used to provide insight into the user's actions. Various metrics will be discussed and developed. These metrics will provide insight into how the user is using the organization's social media pages as well as the organization's website. In addition to analytics, a suggested plan to monitor the organization's digital presence is also presented. The belief is that search engine optimization can dramatically affect website traffic, brand awareness, and lead generation. We show in this chart the expectation for website traffic using search engine optimization techniques we'll work on in Chapter 4 will drive 57% of our marketing objectives. Also, the belief is that the social media can dramatically affect brand awareness, brand reputation, and public relations. So that becomes important as we move forward, especially when we start to look at the idea of online reputation management. So if you will, the second part of the book will focus on providing many of the details that we discussed for the concepts we discussed in part 1.